Hi, my name is Matthew Bueno. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about restoring your connection to your higher self. So, part of channeling, right? It's a degree of an art. The other part is learning how to direct your consciousness to illuminating yourself, so you can start and begin to feel the negativities, the heaviness, the energies. So before we begin to meditate or we get ready to channel or connect to our higher self, the basic thing you want to do is have the intention to be accountable for what you have in your field. And everything, when we go in life, not everything is supposed to be like, we want it to be truthful, we want it to be connected, we want to be able to feel the love, we want to be able to feel connected to people. But when you learn how to channel, it's really imperative that you learn how to illuminate yourself. Because when you illuminate yourself, what you do is that you open up your field. So a good example for that is that if you're around people who you really care about and love, there's going to be a feeling of excitement around them, and that's when your aura gets really, really big, and it's like a light bulb that just starts to beam out. And because you're happy and you're feeling connected, and you're feeling you got friends there, so you automatically start to glow. You get around people you don't know, you can't really relate to them, your energy goes dim. So the same thing is when you're calling in your guides to come into your field, you become illuminated. So one way to practice that today that I'm going to teach you, to share with you a little bit, is called illumination, but it's also learning how to create intuitive telepathy. Intuitive telepathy is like visualizing different aspects of things that we already know. Like if you put a fire inside here, like a bonfire of light, what a fire represents, right? A candle or a fire, a bonfire, like a campfire. You put that here, what that's going to do is going to start automatically burning away and illuminating, your consciousness and your awareness. Anytime you put a symbol inside your body, it's going to react to your light body. So we all know sometimes, what a rose looks like. Well, we know what a rose looks like. And so when you look at that rose and you have the memory of that smell of that rose, what that does, it creates like an energy of beauty around your consciousness. So when we're learning how to develop ourselves in intuitive telepathy, getting into conscious contact with our higher self, it's imperative that you learn how to dissolve the lower frequencies or the heaviness densities in your field. And the more that you can release these layers of densities, the more illuminated your light bulb becomes. And when your light bulb is on, when you're meditating, you'll attract some really powerful beings to come through you. And the other thing too, the base of this is, I'm going to repeat this a few times, is that every guide that comes through, now this is truth, every guide that comes through, they always come with love first. They don't always come in to start giving you stuff or start to, throw all this magical power at you. Remember that they always come with love first, because how we were created was through love. When we end this life and we go to the next life, we end with love. So everything in between is what we got to remember love with, and everything we bring in is pure love. And so when you can have a guide or a ascended master that comes in and works with you, make sure that you're feeling the love in your body and you're becoming illuminated. These are some of the steps that I'm kind of jumping ahead for you a little bit, but I want you to remember that, because that is super important. If you have a guide that comes in and just starts talking to you, the first thing you always need to say is, are you of the light? They have to answer. And if they say no, or they just leave, then you realize that you have to learn how to make your energy that much brighter, because just like a moth to the flame, those energies will see you, yeah, right? And sometimes they'll test you. And not now, but later, I'll talk about imposters and how to spot an imposter that comes in and portrays themselves as Archangel Michael or Mother Mary. And that's just something down the line that that you'll learn later. But for right now, I want you just to practice what we call illumination. So I have written up here a little bit about this, and so I'll just tell you about what I wrote here. So illumination and clearing. when used in a proper way, it can ultimately assist you in removing old patterns and programs. So when we're bringing in energy from our higher self, what happens is that we go right into our mind, right? We're human, we go into our mind. And so we go into our mind, and what's important here is to not get angry or get feeling like, oh man, I'm going into my head. Just realize that, yes, that's going to happen until you start reprogramming yourself to let this light in. So as soon as you bring the light down from God into your crown chakra, you're going to ask for the light to automatically start evolving and removing those thoughts, those thought patterns. And so by concentrating on white light to come down to your crown, you're creating an ambience of intention. So the intention is to let go of the mind and let the light come down into your head and start to create this ambient energy of light to start dissolving those thought patterns, those emotions, trauma bonds. Trauma bonds are kind of like how, like a lot of people say, oh, I've meditated before. Yeah, I've done that before. I've done this before. I've done that, and so what happens is that we fall into a rut of doing it the way we used to rather than opening our minds to something different. So this is about you learning how to properly connect to your higher self so you can illuminate to attract those beings to come in and work with you. So when we illuminate ourselves with divine light, we become an open radiance of truth. So what that means is that when we bring in radiance of truth, it will illuminate parts of ourselves that we feel. Like, for instance, on the other day, I was going inside, um, and when I go inside, I go into my meditation, and the first thing I ask is like, okay, what's in my field? What do I need to clear in myself in order to have this awesome day? And right away, I felt a heaviness right here on the right side of my head, and it was about my birth mother. I had a falling out with my birth mother, and I was wondering, well, why is this heavy in my field? So I went into myself, into my core, and I was able to see what my connection with was with that feeling inside my body. And as soon as I felt what that was, I just automatically sent pink light, love to it, and I felt it just dissolving all by itself, just dissolving. And pretty soon, it just left my consciousness and went away. So over time, you'll be able to do that too with anything. And energy hygiene is really super important. Every day when you meditate, you bring this light in your body, you create this radiance, and you discover parts of yourself that are still holding on to trauma bond, to emotional attachment, to loss, to insecurities, what have you. And so the radiance of this illumination and clearing will really help with that. Because when we go in and we start to channel in a pure way, we want to bring in our conduit to be nice and clear. So when we bring that energy in, we're not thinking or overthinking. Am I doing this? Am I making this stuff up? We want to be able to be present with what we're doing. Okay. So it becomes much easier over time with practice. And so as we continue to do this work, it's important to really have that awareness that, this is about practicing and not being perfect the first time. When we illuminate ourselves, we usually visualize concepts to achieve this goal, creating easy to see visions like the fire. What we know to be true is as simple as looking at a bonfire in our mind's eye. So whenever you use a symbol of fire, it has the power to illuminate the shadows of our thinking and can burn away old energies. Is just why I just expressed about that energy that you can feel. So when you learn to remove the mind and you bring in the energy of light, a lot of the times the feeling is just pure peace. You'll feel lighter. And so if you feel lighter, don't ask yourself why am I feeling so light? Just accept it for what it is. And then when you're doing this work, you'll feel other parts of yourself calling out, hey, what about over here? What about over here? And all you have to do is shower yourself with this beautiful light, and it'll be able to seek out energies that don't belong in your field with your intention in the beginning in your crown, and it will automatically just astound you by the energy will just go in your body all the way down your torso, your legs, and your feet, and all the way out your body. And so over time, you start to come up with your own ideas and ways to do this, but this is just kind of giving you a written way to hear me and to have this kind of in your mind a little bit. So after grounding yourself with the light, you can create either a spinning light or vortex energy inside your body. What I like to do a lot is for myself is I live up in the mountains. So I have waterfalls here, we have rivers here, we have huge trees, mountains. And so what I like to do is that because of where the places I've been, I'll create a tree in my first chakra. I'll see the the um the base of the tree start to grow up in my body. And it's funny because when you're looking at it like this, it's small. But when you're inside yourself, you can make that tree as big as you want to. You can see the base of the tree coming up, and you can see the branches going up. And then at the same time, you can ground yourself. You can send all that root system down your first chakra into your legs, into the earth. And at the same time, what is really powerful here is that while you're creating the uniqueness and clarity of your temple, your conduit, which is your body, is where the light travels through. And so when you send your root system down into the earth, what's easy for me to visualize and it's easy for me to explain is that you can feel all the nutrients and minerals deep in the earth. And it's easy just to draw all that energy back up your root system into your first chakra. And then you create a second bonfire of light. So when you create a bonfire of light in your third eye, you're creating an energy of consciousness of illumination. If you create a bonfire in your chakras, you illuminate whatever is inside that chakra, and it will automatically start burning away any attachments. It'll burn away feelings of unjust. It will, if you feel like you were, accused of something that you didn't do, or you're in cahoots or in confusion about a situation that you don't know how it came about, or you're feeling like you're stuck in yourself and you can't really move anywhere and you're having to stay put, or understanding why you're not moving forward, all these different aspects. And so what the fire does inside the first chakra, it automatically starts burning away all those aspects inside you and starts to remove those patterns. And so when you ground yourself and you bring in those nutrients of earth is bringing the energy and mixing what that bonfire of light in your first chakra, and it automatically goes out around your body into your aura field. So the auric field around our body is the energy of propulsion or radiance, or another word is sonar, like a dolphin. We send out a sonar of light from what's happening inside of us. And so when we create this energy coming into our body and we send it out into the universe, it creates a ripple effect and it goes out into the world and it creates our illumination. Our light bulb starts to get brighter and brighter. And when you send that energy up into your crown chakra, you're opening up your higher consciousness to bring down a greater light. So when the greater light comes in you, it's easy to see. And it sometimes it can feel like a tidal wave of light coming in, of divine love coming into your body. And it's like you have complete access to God's love, to the energy of love, to whatever it is that you want to, open yourself up for, whatever your intention is. So if your intention is to open yourself up, to learn how to illuminate yourself, and you start to bring in beings after that, Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, Merlin, Kuan Yin, you can bring in Ganesh, or you can bring in Kuan Yin, or you can bring in Master Guthumi or Serapis Bey, or whoever it is that you're channeling at that time. Now, the beautiful thing about that is that when you work with those beings of light, they're going to take you deeper because of their personality and their love. Again, feeling their love first. So if you call on Mother Mary, Mother Mary has this very kind, loving energy for your inner child, for your inner love. And so you're going to, if you have issues around your inner child, or you have abandonment, or you feel insecure, or there's a part of you that you don't feel like enough, like, in a relationship or in life itself, she's going to bring that up, but in a very soft, gentle way. And so when you work with Mother Mary, be prepared to look at yourself. And again, when you feel these energies, it's not going, oh man, I messed up. I must be really bad because I have this. It's not true. The whole intention in here is not only to ground and illuminate, but to clear those emotional energies and attachments and trauma bonds that I explained. And so when Mother Mary comes into your field, just be mindful that she's here to help you. So if you feel something inside you right away when you call her in, you feel something maybe in your heart or in your solar plexus right away, tell her, say, hey, Mother Mary, I'm having issues with this. I can feel the pain in here. And what you do is you want to get into conscious contact with that feeling and just start breathing that energy into your body, feeling the pain, feeling the emotion, and then ask her, can you please remove this from my body? And she'll put her hands on you and just pull that energy out of your body. And at that moment, you're going to start to feel this beautiful sensation of what's underneath that. Also, you'll be able to feel this energy of just moving through you, and accept it. Accept how it teaches you. Channeling isn't about you controlling the channel. It's about the channel controlling you. There's a big difference there because your high self is already a master. And by us being humans, we're learning how to be that master for awareness. So if our reflection is God inside of us, right? So we're going to start to feel a God sense within us that's helping us to break down the walls of attachment, of worry, of negativity, of fear, and all these things. And we're going to start to live our life the way of how we were created. And the Ascended Masters, if you have issues, and a lot of people do, if you have issues with religion because you say Mother Mary or Jesus Christ, they are just plain teachers. They are teachers, and they're beautiful Ascended Masters, and they can bring love to you unconditionally. And it's just a matter of really listening what they're bringing to your body, and just accept that. And if you feel kind of weird about that, you can call in Merlin, Kuan Yin, Buddha, Ganesh, whoever else you feel in your field. Or you can start studying, I'm sure Google has a lot. You go on there online and look at the Ascended Masters, Saint Germain, Maha Chohan, Metatron, and all these other ones. So just let yourself open up to the sense first before you start judging, before you start going, oh man, Jesus Christ. But I'm just going to tell you that these beings, when you invite them into your body, they will start teaching you the things that you have forgotten. And learning from that degree, you start to open up yourself that much more. And by facing those parts of yourself, facing religion, facing the feeling that you had growing up, it will begin just to absorb a whole different array of light inside you. And you'll start to learn from yourself and let go of all that lower vibrational energy. Because we're not here to judge, we're not here to control, we're not here to give, to tell you what to do. We're here to share with you the beautiful energy of the light. And the more light that you bring into your body and the more illumination you have, the stronger your channel will become. So let's really quick just go into pain. Okay, so let's say for a moment you have pain in a certain area of your body. Maybe you had an old injury, maybe you had an operation, maybe it's just just an ongoing nagging pain in your back or neck or tooth, or shoulder or whatever. Maybe you're an athlete and you just kind of run your body down. So after illuminating yourself with the meditation, what you're going to do is that you're going to focus on just the pain in your body. You're going to focus on that. And you're going to breathe into that feeling, breathe into it, and even go back in your mind. If you know where this pain came from, go back into that visualization of how it got there. A lot of times when people have crashes on bikes or cars, there's a feeling of emotional attachment to fear. And sometimes that fear holds that emotion inside your body. And so what you want to do is that you want to just, even if you have to put your hands there, you put your hands on that part where you're hurting, your ribs or whatever, and just feel the heat of your hands going in with the intention to let this go. And now you call in Mother Mary. Mother Mary, come in and illuminate my body. I'm asking you to place your hands on my hands to help me get rid of this pain in my body. And you simply ask her that, and she might take you into why it's there, why you feel attached to it, why that, all the whys start to come up for you. And all you have to do is accept it. Accept, okay, yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, and accept whatever the truth is. And then love it. Love that you have come to the solution to understand what this is, and love it. And just feel the emotion behind the pain. And then all of a sudden you can do one or two things. You can either see the energy being taken out of you, giving it to the light, or you can see a dark cloud, and all you can do is seeing that dark cloud go out of your body. And that is called intuitive telepathy. When you can visualize, feel, and interpret what you're feeling and giving it away to a higher source, you're bringing in an energy of intuitive telepathy to let go and do your own psychic surgery on yourself by letting that go. So when you can see or feel pain where the pain is, just hand it over. In some cases, if you don't know exactly where it is, especially emotional parts of yourself, a lot of times what I do is that I could feel it maybe somewhere in the region of my chest area. And I'll say, Archangel Michael, can you come in and take this pain out of my body where it feels like it moves around sometimes? Can you encapsulate it, put it in a bubble of light and take it from me? So again, when you're meditating, you're sitting there and you're illuminating yourself and you feel this pain there. You don't feel completely pure in your body or illuminated, and this cloud is there, but you can't pinpoint where it is actually is. And you can say, Archangel Michael, please encapsulate this energy inside myself, and he'll bring in a bubble of light. And again, feel it, see it, accept it, love it, and just see it going out of your body and taking it out. And you're going to be really, really shocked and surprised once you get the hang of this. So, sometimes when we have emotional pain and we can't quite pinpoint it in our body, we just ask Archangel Michael to come in and encapsulate it. And then over time, you'll get the hang of it and just letting it go. And you'll be looking for things to get rid of because it's so awesome to feel one way and then have it being taken away from you, going, wow, that's pretty freaking awesome. I did that. So that's a really good feeling. And that's in the beginning for you to start realizing your potential working with the illumination. So with that, I want to stop there. And so when we work with the ascended masters, you start to begin a confidence and a courage that you didn't have before. You kind of know, like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to feel this way, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And so this work that you're learning to do is also called energy hygiene. Energy hygiene is a constant working on yourself to become accountable. So when you're accountable, it's about you really letting go of your attachments to what you think you need and just being present for what you're opening yourself up to. So, without further ado, I want to just kind of put that out there. And we're going to start in a few minutes. I'm going to teach you now through a meditation how to do this on your own. Okay. So the first thing we do, since we talked about fire, we're going to put a white light fire right here, just, a burning fire, a bonfire of light. And if you can just see it now without closing your eyes, and you put your two fingers here and just say, I'm placing a bonfire of white light inside my third eye. Okay, and just hold that energy. And then you close your eyes, while keeping your fingers there on your forehead. And then you say, I'm asking for white light to come down from source into my crown chakra. And I'm asking this white light to illuminate my crown and dissolve any and all debris I have in my crown chakra, to dissolve lower vibrations and energies not belonging to my high self or my body. And just wait for that energy, keeping your fingers on your third eye. And now bring the light down from your crown into the bonfire of light in your third eye, and feel that beautiful bonfire becoming brighter and stronger and bigger in your third eye. And the intention with this energy, this bonfire, is to illuminate ourselves and to clear energies or emotions or pain that we're holding within us. To teach ourselves intuitive telepathy. As you're saying that, you're also saying it to the bonfire in your third eye, like a microphone, and it will automatically go to your guides, to your angels, to your higher self. And then once you say that, release your fingers away from your third eye and continue to see the crackling fire in your mind's eye of white light, a white light bonfire. Now what you want to do, just feel the energy of that, and remember that when we are clearing out our conduit, we're not only clearing the energy inside of us, but we're also clearing the energy outside of us, our auric field. And so, what you can do in the beginning is that you can see this bonfire of light illuminating with the energy in your crown, and like a waterfall of light, see the waterfall of white light cascading over the front of your body, the sides of your body, and behind your body, as if you were standing underneath a waterfall of white light being showered around you, already with the intention of visualization, creating the feeling of dissolving and purifying your auric field. Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it, and release. Feel the energy. Now bring the energy of that crown chakra white light down the back of your head, inside your head, down your spine, like a river of white light traveling down your spine into all the way down into your first chakra or your tailbone spine. Bring it all the way down your spine into your tailbone spine. And I want you to do this, snap your fingers. Just, it doesn't have to be crazy loud, or, you just snap your fingers with your right hand, third finger and right hand. And you say, I'm creating a bonfire of gold. 1, 2, 3. And when you snap your fingers, it changes the dexterity and frequency of one position of light coming down your back to a bonfire of gold. So now you're focused now just on the gold light. You already brought the river of light down your spine. And when you snap your fingers, you create a magical bonfire of golden light. Now, the difference between the white light of purity and illumination in your crown, the gold is a representation of your inner magic, your inner holiness, your beautiful conduit, your temple. You're creating a temple of light in your own source of creation in your mind. And so from this point, when you create a tree or a vortex of light, it's going to be blessed by energy of creativity. And I can already feel that in my own first chakra. And so from this point, I'm going to create a tree. So let's create a tree together, a tree of light. And now in my mind's eye, in my third eye, I'm looking at a huge, tall sequoia tree. The long base of the tree, the stalk of the tree, and the branches that reach high. And I'm projecting that imagery into my first chakra. And I'm visualizing this tree growing out of my first chakra. I'm seeing the trunk of the tree growing out of my first chakra. And I'm sending the root system down my legs, from my first chakra down my legs into the earth. At the same time, I'm bringing my intention back to the top of the tree, seeing the branches reaching up inside myself. And inside yourself, remember that you have the whole world at your fingertips. You don't have to stay small. You can go big. See this ginormous tree just growing like a beanstalk inside you, stretching your consciousness outwardly, and seeing the branches going up and towards the light. And just feel this beautiful energy of illumination from this tree happening inside you. Now bring your attention to the root system going down deep into the earth. Feel and ask for all the nutrients and minerals and blessings of earth to come up into your root system. Feel that beautiful energy of all those nutrients and minerals coming up from the earth and going into your root system and feeding directly into the bonfire of golden light in your first chakra. And just feel that beautiful golden light becoming illuminated. And at this point in time, if you feel stuck in yourself, you feel like you're not getting abundance or prosperity in your life, or maybe there's a feeling of distrust around you or people or family or friends, maybe you had a falling out with somebody, I want you to send that light into that feeling without saying anything. You could just feel it going into that situation without trying to fix it or understand it. Just send that feeling of that mixture into that wall of heaviness. And again, thank it, love it, accept it, and let the light do its work. And then send this beautiful light outside your body. So you're going to send it out from your body, outside, and around your body, and into your auric field. Okay? And one way you can do this is either to send the colors of light of the nutrients around your body, like a rainbow energy, a vortex of energy around you, or you can see at the base of your spine, the tailbone spine, a flower changing from the fire, the golden fire. You can change it into a sunflower or a big, gorgeous flower, maybe a red rose or um, a red rose, and then the first chakra is the base of that rose, the middle, and you can see petals of red or pink coming around your body and encasing you in a beautiful cocoon of this beautiful, passionate, loving energy. Whatever you decide, be yourself, be magical, be your own orchestration of beauty and light and love and creativity. And just feel all that light surrounding your body and feeling the energies, the tips of those beautiful petals or the light of that rainbow going directly back into the bonfire of white light that you created on your crown chakra. And just feel the energy of that mixture happening. And you might start feeling yourself getting hot. And this is a spiritual heat. It's a spiritual energy dissolving any heavinesses or darknesses that you have in your body. And just let it be. Let it be for what it comes and how it is. And just feel that beautiful illumination. Now what I want you to do is I want you to call in Mother Mary. You simply say, I'm asking Mother Mary to come down from heaven and to stand in my energy field. As you ask her to do that, be mindful to let go of the mind and go directly into your heart. Go into your pulsating, beautiful heart chakra. And just imagine yourself sitting there with your hands open in front of you, with your palms up, ready to receive. And whatever comes to you, it's okay. Let yourself feel her love into your body. Feel the love, feel it expanding you, and remind yourself that you have a grounding cord. So whatever you feel is negative or heavy for you, simply see it travel down your body into your grounding cord. And just breathe that feeling of that love coming into your body. Breathe it down your grounding cord. And then ask Mother Mary, help me to become illuminated by sharing with me my attachments to trauma or emotions in myself. And you might feel somewhere in your tummy or somewhere in yourself where you're holding on to something. And so we're going to use the Archangel Michael technique of encapsulation. So if you can't pinpoint where that is in your tummy, simply ask Archangel Michael to please come into your higher self and direct his light directly into the area of pain or suffering or emotional pain or blockage, and ask him to encapsulate that feeling and take it out of your body. And whatever's left, breathe it down your grounding cord. The more that you do this and ask for their help, the higher you become in frequency and the more illuminated you become in your auric field. Your light bulb becomes brighter than ever. And for the last part, just give thanks. Give thanks for your ancestors, for the ascended masters, for the people who have helped you to get here. Thank yourself for having enough love to open your heart to receive this beautiful, magical way of being on your way to learn psychic ability, clairvoyance, channeling, mediumship, whatever it is in your mission that you are made to do. And just simply love yourself. Love yourself. This is Matthew Bueno. Take a deep breath. And just simply open your eyes. And what you can do from this part of time is to have a journal. Talk about and write down the things that you had easy time doing or hard things to do. And remember, we have, you can always write, you can always put down, and then next time we speak or we get into contact, you can share with me all those things that you're having issues with, and I'd be happy to help you. So thank you again, and please enjoy your meditations and enjoy your illumination. Thank you, and bye for now.